It's been 3 days since Priscilla and Juma got married. You guys are probably going to watch this video like 2 weeks after the wedding. But as of the time I'm filming this video, it's 3 days since they got married, and that wedding kept the internet on a standstill. I feel like we forgot that it was Easter weekend at some point, and we got carried away by the whole ambience of the wedding and everything. And a lot of people had so many things to say about this particular wedding. I just admired the couple. I was just like, beautiful, and I scrolled past because I was looking beneath the glitz and glam of the wedding, right? Because I kind of understood to some level the degree of sacrifice Priscilla has to make in order for this marriage to work, right? Now, if you do not know, Priscilla is a Nigerian. She got married to Juma, who is a Tanzanian. So by default, she has to move from Nigeria to Tanzania. But I do know she's going to miss some things. Like she said, she was going to miss Nigerian food because they eat so much pepper, and Tanzanians do not eat pepper. So this brought me to think back. I had a reflection about a conversation I had with one of my friends in Nigeria, which I want us to discuss here. Now, there is so much sacrifice that comes with moving from one country to another because of marriage. And it depends on the person's mindset, right? Maybe for somebody who loves starting all over, it's not going to be a problem for you. There's some people that any small stress like this, they are just like, God, can I just press the reset button? So moving from one country to another because of marriage, they will be happy. They'll be like, God, thank you, even. But there are some people who do not enjoy the process of starting all over. E.g. me. Yes, I do not enjoy that process of moving from one place to another to start my life over. It's not something I've always looked forward to. And there are also some people who do not have so many things that are tying them to their country. But for somebody like me, I have a lot tying me to my country. So for me to make that move is such a big decision. Like, it's a big deal for me. So there was this guy who was asking me out in Nigeria, and he was really serious, like he wants to marry me and all of that. So my Nigerian friend, one of my Nigerian friends, I was gisting with him, and he was like, Carol, how far now? Will you give him a chance? And the way I said no without blinking is the way I said no for me. I did not even realize the way I said no with so much authority. And my friend was like, calm down, why did you say no like this? I'm like, it's just so much work. Now, prior to this event, I had never sat and thought of the sacrifice that goes on behind somebody moving from one country to another because of marriage. When I see people getting married like from different countries and they have to move to one person's country, it's not really a big deal for me. I will just say, what's there? Like, people get married to different nationalities every single day, happens all the time. So there's nothing new. You guys haven't done anything that Napoleon has not done. That was the lens from which I was looking at it from, right? Like, there's nothing there. It's not just to just move and just I was just looking at it like it's such a basic common thing. And after my experience, I got to realize that there is a whole lot that goes behind moving from one country to another. And even when I was reading the Bible before, and the place where God tells Abraham to like leave your land and move to a land I'm going to show you, I really did not really understand the gravity of it, because I was like, it's God who has said it. Now you should trust God. Just move and go. Trust him. Anything he has said where he leads you, he will provide, he will sustain. Like, I really did not understand the gravity of leaving everything you have known your entire life to going to a land that you absolutely know nothing about. I mean, if you've never been in this situation, you really still cannot understand the gravity of it. But I'm talking to people who can relate, because I know that there are so many people who have done distance relationship, married and moved to another country and all of that. There's a way that I kind of like respect those category of people now more, because I've actually sat to analyze and understand the sacrifice that goes behind moving from one country to another. Now, when I said I did not want to move to Nigeria, my friend was like, my guy has suffered. Oh, this girl says she doesn't want to come to Nigeria. It's because Nigeria is not UK, it's not Canada, it's not America. If it was coming from that country, will you say that you don't want to marry out of the country? And I still said yes. Like, if you're close to me and you know me, you should know that I'm not really a fan of the Western world to go and restart my life. Like Canada, America, UK, whatever. I've really never had that dream of Japa, like traveling to go and start my life all over. Yes, maybe in the future I'll want to travel, but for tourism purposes, just to go there, visit, and then I come back to my country. My dream is to be based in my country and be able to afford traveling to all those countries just for visit and come back. I had to give him a list of reasons why I don't think I can marry a Nigerian or somebody from outside of the country, right? Now, the first thing I'm going to talk about is the fact that I'm stable in my country. Now, when I talk about stable, I'm talking about financial stability, right? I'm financially independent in my country. I have a job, I have a business, and then I have YouTube as well, right? So I'm stable in my country. Now I know I can work with YouTube from any part of the world. That's not an excuse. Yes, I know. And he even raised that up, like, you could still come to Nigeria and still be doing your YouTube. I'm like, yes, I could still come to Nigeria and do my YouTube, but YouTube is not my main source of income. YouTube is like passive income for me. So I was like, it's not like I can depend on YouTube, like I'm moving to Nigeria and I'll just be doing YouTube. Some people are full-time YouTubers. God bless them for them, but that's not my case. I have other things I'm doing in my country. So I was like, I don't think I'll be able to leave my financial independence to go and be financially dependent on a guy in Nigeria. And my friend was like, no, it's not going to be forever. It's going to be probably for like 1 or 2 years till you find your fittings, you can stand on your own in Nigeria. And I'm like, is it easy to find your fitting in Nigeria? We all know that it's not easy to get a job in Nigeria. So there is no guarantee. I could still go there and be unemployed for the longest time. It means I'll still have to be financially dependent on this guy. So it's not like there's a particular time frame to this narrative. And he was like, no, I could even still do my business in Nigeria. I'm like, it's easier said than done, right? I not see the possibility of my business thriving in Lagos, right? Like, the competition is so stiff when it comes to business in Nigeria as a whole, and talk more of Lagos to be precise, right? And he was like, are you not a Christian? Don't you trust God? God is going to do it for you. I'm like, yes, my God cannot disappoint me. He's going to do it for me. But however, I have to apply wisdom, right? Wisdom is profitable to direct. Like, I have to think about all the possible scenarios. What if it does not go in my head as planned? What if what's going to happen? Leaving the entire weight of bills on this guy's head is something my conscience cannot even take. My conscience cannot even. I will pity the guy until me myself I'll go into depression, because I'll just be pitying him, like, you alone, you're doing everything. You alone, you're paying all the bills. You're still going to work. You're coming back. So what's my own use? Like, I'm supposed to be your helper. So what's my own use? I really don't think that this move is something I have the emotional capacity. Before I move further, please subscribe. I always forget to tell people to subscribe. Mind you, I'd already had this discussion with the guy who was asking me out, and he was like, okay, to solve that problem, he was going to move to Cameroon, right? So he was going to apply in his company where he works presently, so he can work remotely from home. In that way, he will be able to still be getting some work done, but he will be in Cameroon. That was his own solution to the problem. But I was like, that's how everybody's going to give the reaction. Like, people are going to say, hey, this one, even if you're the one who gave me money to rent the house, people will think that it is my money that I used to rent the house. People will think that I am the one feeding you. People will feel like I'm unsubmissive. People will feel like, your family will even feel like I'm turning your head. Your family will say, this girl has used juju on our son. This girl, our son does not hear him. Your parents will ask you, why is this girl not instant moving? Why are you the one instant moving? How do you want to start explaining to them? They will feel like I'm the bad one here. I don't want to be submissive. I don't want to accept their son. I was just like, it's a whole lot. The drama is a whole lot that I don't think I'm ready to attach my life with at this point. And he was like, he doesn't care what people have to think. We both know what's there. We both know that he's always paying the bills. It doesn't matter who moves from which country to another. It's just an understanding. I've never really thought of myself like somebody who pays attention to what society says. Because if I was even paying attention to what society will say, I don't think I'll even be doing YouTube at this point, because at the time I started YouTube, I mean, I was still even in the process of graduating from university, and I knew that even my parents would say that I've become frustrated in life. Like, people are just going. There was a notion that came with being a YouTuber at that time, right? It's not now. Funny enough, the people I was even scared that they will say something, they will laugh at me. Now they're coming to me and tell me, Kara, I want to start YouTube. How do I go about it? I'm like, this life. At that time, I was worried about them laughing at me, like, oh, you're frustrated. Now, it's not even like I have a problem with marrying a different nationality, right? If I met a Nigerian here in Cameroon, I will marry you without even blinking my eyes. If I met any other nationality in Cameroon, I will marry you without blinking my eyes. If you're based here, or maybe if the situations were changed, I was based in Nigeria, or I was based in any other country, and we meet in that particular country, and I know that both of us are based in that country, I will marry you without thinking. It's the idea of moving. It's that moving process that it's a struggle for me. I don't see myself doing that, right? I feel like the only way I can be able to gather my liver, to gather my heart, gather the courage to make that kind of mighty move is if I'm moving to Nigeria and I already have a job secured. I feel like I have to be getting married to somebody that, I don't know, it's either you're doing your own business and you employ me, or you're working somewhere and you do for me a job for me to work somewhere. Like, there should be some sort of employment somehow. I don't know how you want to do it, but if I'm supposed to leave my financial independence here and move to another person's country, at least I should go and be doing something. Even if it's something that I don't earn as much as I'm earning here in Cameroon, I just want to have the idea of I'm leaving the house every day, or I have something I'm doing. Like, anything, I should just be doing something with my hands. And I don't even think I want to start my business immediately I move to Nigeria, right? Because I feel like it's a whole lot. You have to understand the terrain, you have to study the market, it's a whole lot of background work that has to be done before you even get into starting your business, right? Maybe even if I'm going to Nigeria, I will take a new line of business. There is never a no situation, right? Nothing is fixed on sand. It's not steady. So I might even decide to take up a new business. I might even decide to do something else with my life. But I mean, before that move is being made, we both should have a clear, concrete plan on what I will do in my life. Even if it's not for marriage, even if I'm supposed to relocate to Nigeria by myself as a single girl, right? To just pack up my things and go and start up a life in Nigeria. There's so many people who have done it though. Some guy reached out to me. He's based in Abuja, right? He left Cameroon and went to start his life in Nigeria, in Abuja, and he's making it. He's into the food business. He's thriving there. I'm like, that's good for you. He has opened a restaurant for himself. He's doing well. He's cashing out. I'm like, good for you, brother. Kudos to you. But I don't think all of us have that level of courage that you had. But at the end of the day, God is going to help us. What will be, will be. This is man just thinking. This is me just thinking with my mortal mind. And funny enough, I've not been the kind of person who has always liked to be in control. I'm very, very nonchalant. And it's not a good thing. I'm working on that. So imagine for me who is so nonchalant, thinking about all the possibilities, like what if. The conversation I had with my friend, right, it just made me value people who do this inter-country marriage stuff. And it made me even value the Bible verse that says, when God tells somebody to leave everything you know, leave this land and move to a strange land, I will show you. In that case, God did not even show him yet the land. God said, I will show you. So you are just going. It's not like you have already seen the land. You already know what you will do in the land. For you to even plan, like, maybe the land is fertile, I'll do in farming or do this. You don't even know where you're going to. You're just going. It's on the road that God can just show you and say, okay, you have reached the land, I will show you. My own, I can even see the land. I can see the land ahead of me. I can see that it's Nigeria. I can see the possibilities that are there for me to plan. But still yet, I'm unable to have the courage to make that kind of a decision. So I now just understand that it takes a level of faith in God for you to be able to move past your convenience, get past your comfort zone, to be able to follow the instructions of God. Cameroon has its own problems, so you see Cameroon has its own wahalas, but I still love it. There is just this joy that comes with being at home, right? You feel settled, you just feel at ease because you're in your country. Even if they have bad governance, they have bad roads, poor hospital and everything, you're just happy, basically, right? So that's what I was just thinking to myself, like maybe when I find the one and God asks me to move, this is what they say: by your strength you will fail. You cannot do it by your strength. By my own strength, that move has already failed. This is me just talking to someone out there, sis to sis. If that's your case, you have found your day one and you have to make that move, and you just have all of these fears, worries in your heart. What if not? See, by your strength it will fail you. You can never do it by yourself. You need a superior power to be able to possess your heart, for you to be able to make that kind of a move, right? You're not alone. Your thinking is valid, your thoughts are valid, your worries are valid. I mean, see me here who has not found the one. Me here who has not found the one, I'm still having all of these thoughts. So what more of you who has already found your day one, but all of these thoughts are still popping up? Brother, sister, please just pray about it. Pray about it and ask divine direction from God. If you have settlement with God, to go ahead. If God has told you clearly, and you know, like you know your name, that God has told you to make that move, brother, sister, go ahead. Because where he leads you, he's going to establish you, he's going to sustain you. The source of a thing is his sustenance. That's what Pastor K always says. I, Elomo, who has all of these worries that I just told you guys, and who is still thinking that I cannot travel, but I know that there is no country in this world that I will not succeed in. Even if you throw me in Afghanistan, I will still thrive there. I will still succeed there. Even if you put me in an economy where everybody's failing, I will still thrive. I'm very sure, because I know that I have God in me. And with God in me, I cannot not conquer. Like, I will conquer any territory I find myself. It so happens I find my day one and I have to move to Nigeria, I will thrive. It's not something that I'm doubting. I will thrive. No matter where I go to, I'm not looking at the economic situation of that country. That's not my source. God is my source. Like, I cannot be depending on naira. Naira is too not stable. The mental health of naira, we need to check it, right? It's not stable. But the currency of heaven is what is stable, right? God has it in abundance. So I just want you to be rest assured that you have God on your side. If you have God on your side, you can conquer, you can thrive in any country and in any situation. You see, even in the heart of COVID, where everything was shut down, businesses were shut down, we all had to stay at home, people were not making money, people lost their jobs, the economy went down. But there were people who cashed out seriously during COVID. There are people, if they tell you the amount of money they made in COVID, they will tell you that I've never even seen that amount of money since COVID finished. They have never been able to make that amount of money. How did they do it? Did they have three heads? That's to tell you that in every situation, there are people who are making money and there are people who are losing money. In every situation, it's always a win or a lose game. It's never in between. It's never everybody will lose and everybody will win. It can never be like that. There must be some people on this side and some people on the other side. So you just need to change the side where you stand. The way people made money during COVID is the same way you can still make money in the face of any difficulty or in the face of any difficult country. Even if the country is so hard, you can still stand out. You can still be the 1% of the 1% who is cashing out in that economy. So that's just what I wanted to come and encourage anybody who is watching this video. Please leave your testimony. If it has worked out for you, you left from one country to another country for marriage and you're thriving in that country, please tell us. So how did you do it? What happened when you moved the first 2 years of the transition? How was it for you? How did you decide and finally know what you're supposed to do in that country and all of that? Please share your experience with me down in the comment section. You might be helping a soul, you might be saving somebody just by sharing your testimony, because there is a way that you have hope when you see somebody who has gone through what you're going through and the person is now somewhat stable. It just kind of gives you the encouragement, right? Now, if you're watched till this point and you haven't subscribed, then I don't know, there's something that is doing you. Your village people are fighting you, because tell me why you've watched till this point and you haven't subscribed. If you've watched till this point, it means you'll be enjoying this my talk has been sweeting you in some way, shape or form, or if it's just because of my fine face you're coming here, please just still subscribe. A win is a win. Regardless of how it comes, a win is a win. We all know. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for coming to my TED talk. I hope I've been able to encourage you, or you have learned something here, or you have been entertained, or whatever. You have gotten something from this video. I'm definitely going to see you unfailingly by the help of God on my next one. Bye.